welcome to the channel. This is Go Gretty and welcome to the GT7 2022 Gran Turismo World Series Test Season number 3. It is round number 1 and tonight we are at Brands Hatch in the Group 4 cars. I have jumped ship to Lamborghini and it's a tuning race, so stick around and check it out. All right, lobby opens up and it looks like we are door number 4 in this lobby, which is good. I'm not in top split, so that means there's a chance I might do well. I like that. Before we get to all of the race in action, though, this is a tuning race, which means you have to adjust your performance points, your PP. That's right. And there are several ways to do it. There are some glitches in here. I haven't figured them all out yet. I was able to lower some of the performance points to where I could fit on a big turbo. So one of the ways I did that is I messed with my downforce and reduced it to where it brought down my PP a good bit, and you can see it right there. And I was able to keep my my computer output and my ballast all at 100%, so no reduction in power. Then I brought the transmission down to a really close ratio there, at 200 miles per hour and a 6 final gear, which is about as low as it get. Any higher than 208, it was pushing me out above 630 pp. As you can see, I'm at 629.99 as it is, even without the downforce. I also had to adjust the toe, and I also adjusted the body height there at 75 and 80. That was able to bring down my PP a little bit. And then there you can see it. I was able to add that high RPM turbo, which gave me 543 Lamborghini licking horsepower. And yeah, you don't find turbos on the Huracan very often, but mine had it. So as you can see here on the stock sheet, that was an 80-90 was my ride height before, and you can see where I adjusted the toe and the camber a little bit there to try and bring that PP number down, as well as that front and rear downforce. So that's what I did to get the Lambo ready for this race. So if you're struggling to get yours set up, you can give that a shot. Maybe it'll help. Maybe not. Don't know. Good luck. All right, time for the qualifier. Time to, put it down right here. And if you look, I am at a 128.339, but I got a lot of blue sectors there showing I had a better time, was able to drop my time by 0.3. And then the start of the next lap, I missed the apex coming down through turn 1 by a good bit. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just have to be a setup lap for the last lap. Just kind of relax, get into it here. Backside this corner nicely and kind of did a little blip there in second and popped it up into third. Only 0.088 seconds, 800ths off of my previous best time. I was like, well, that's not too bad. I had a really nice drive there out of corner 2, then going here into corner number 3. I felt like I took it a little bit too narrow, but I look up and I'm like, well, I'm 7 thousandths in front of my fastest time. That's not bad because that puts me really close to a 127. Now you can see I'm banging off 7th gear right here at 131. That is that really close gear ratio that I had to use in order to fit that big old turbo on this thing. So not much top speed on the Lambo, but she accelerates like a dream. Go through that right-hander there very quickly. Looking good coming up the hill. Got to be brave through here. Put it down to 5th. Just kind of let it slide out as far as it can while trying to get on the gas as early as possible. Breaking there before the one board down on the inside. Getting back on the gas. I'm seeing a lot of blue down there. I can't really pay too much attention to what's going on because I've still got to make it around the track. But it's feeling like it's turning out to be not a bad qualifying lap. I'm not thinking it's going to be good enough for P1, but I'm hoping I can do something here on the final corner and get that pole position, cross the line with a 127.996. Not quite enough to catch Cantilever, who came in at a 127.417 in the Lancer Evo. So we got a Lancer and a Huracan in P1 and P2, and then here comes the WRXs rounding out the bottom half of the field. And look, good news, folks. The introduction video for the Manufacturer Series, well, the GTWS Series, is back, and here it is in all its marvelous glory. Getting you all pumped and ready for the race. I know it gets my blood flowing. It just, the sounds of the opera lady just rattle the bones and just scream horsepower. So I don't know. It's just fun to have it back. It's just something a little bit different. So I always enjoy it. So there it is. There is the opening video. Let's get on to the race. All right, on to the race strategy. This is a 1X tire and 1X fuel race, so you will not need to add fuel during the race, nor will you need to change your tires. However, there is a mandatory pit stop that was thrown in by PD, so we will have to stop during the race, just a stop and go basically in the pits out. So I'll probably take that near lap 15 just to avoid traffic. All right, so here we are at the start of the race. 3, 2, 1 countdown, kicks it down, and we are off to the races, heading down into corner 1. Always exciting and fun, especially on cold racing hard tires. But we did avoid the beach party off to the left, and we kept on keeping on right here behind Cantilever, trying to stay in touch with him, trying to get a little bit of his slipstream, because I have noticed that the Lancer there in front of me, as well as the Subarus that are behind me, at least in the practice lobby, they had a little more race pace. I think it was because they were able to add a little more top speed than I had, and plus the Subaru was a little bit lighter than the Huracan by a couple hundred pounds, actually. I think, if I remember right. If my math was correct, and it could be wrong. Let's face it, my math could be wrong. It could be like 100 pounds, but anyway, it feels like 200 pounds. But anyway, so it was lighter, and of course a lighter car should get better tire wear than a heavier car. So as the race goes on, the Subaru tended to seem to pick up a little bit of speed on the Huracan. Was it just Gretty just getting tense as the race? I don't know, but it felt that way, and so I'm going to attribute that to the lighter car. So I wasn't able to stay in Cantilever's slipstream. He took off. He just left me in the dust here. He had that Lancer well tuned as he was putting it to the OP Subarus that were in the lobby, and I wasn't doing a bad job, but he was really putting it to him. So here on to lap number 6, because really nothing happened between lap 1 and lap 5. As you can see, that Subaru is starting to give old Gretty fits here, as he has slowly reeled me in as we head towards the hairpin on turn 2. And he is right on my bumper here on lap 6. Now we've got 10 laps to go. And another thing I did notice in the practice lobbies, people did have a propensity to commit Harakishna in this race. They just would fly off of the track at some point during the race. So even though he is on my tail, I am going to try and stay calm-headed and keep the tires on the asphalt, because if you touch the grass anywhere around here, well, it could be insta-death. Now the Subaru goes down the inside. There is no way I can hold him off. I've only got 130 miles an hour down the straight, so he was going by whether he went outside or inside. But again, I try and jump into the slipstream and just stay with this Subaru as long as possible. So we're coming up the hill here in towards, I believe it is turn number 6, and he goes wide off into the grass. That is right, folks. We get us our first Gretty pass of test season 3. Now, if you see there, I got about 4.3 seconds to Cantilever, but I only have about 10 laps to catch him, and well, he's been putting laps on me, so I don't know how likely that is, but we'll find out. Now here on lap number 15, I've put in a pretty good pace here. I'm running the 128s pretty steady, put about a 2.6 gap onto the ASRT driver behind me in that yellow Subaru WRX. But boy, old Cantilever has just run away from me. He's added another 3 seconds onto his lead. Now, as we're heading towards corner 4, Andrew Racing gets off into the grass, slides out, almost hits the inside wall, turns it around, then runs right into the barricade there. Then backs it up, like kind of looking like my old lady there. Just parks it right in the middle of the street. Just backs it right middle of the road. Here I come around the corner, and there is Andrew Racing. I kind of crapped my pants a little bit because I was a little concerned that he wasn't going to stay ghosted, because the lap cars they no longer ghost, and I wasn't sure if he was going to pop out a ghost right there as he started heading forward. So actually slowed me down a little bit. As you can see, the driver behind just went from 2.6 seconds behind me down to 1.6. So cost me about a second trying to avoid Andrew Racing there in corner 4. Will it end up costing me P2, though? It is going to be tight as we head around through the last few sections of the course. I looked up there, and for a moment, I got a little bit tense. I was like, no. He's got to make a 1.5 second faster lap, which means he's going to have to dip down into the 127s and actually put in the fastest lap to be able to catch me. Now, he's doing a pretty good job of it as we have to finally head into the pits, because like I said, it is a mandatory one stop. So we jump into the pits. Cantilever jumps in the pits. The ASRT driver jumps in the pits. And we come out. Look how close behind he is. A mere second separating the two of us here on the last lap. But that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to keep a cool head and stay away from the slippery stuff on the outside of the asphalt. That's right. I am not going to try and put a tire in any grass. And he's going to have to find a way around. Now, he's only got one shot on the straight to get by me, and he's not going to be close enough to take advantage of that. As you can see, heading down here through corner 4. Missed my apex, went a little wide, but that's okay. I have plenty of curbing over there on the right-hand side to deal with that. Now, he's 1.3 seconds back on the straight, so he's not going to catch me there. Now he's down to 1.1 seconds. You can see he made up about 3/10 with the extra top gearing that you can get in the Subaru. Heading into the right-hander here at corner number 6 and looking good. I'm going to trade a little bit of asphalt for time here and not quite ride it all the way out to the edge. You see a little bit conservative there, but I can do that because I've got some time to play with. No need to spin it out here at the end of the race and lose this podium position or this P2 even, which could be for some really good points as this lobby is pretty strong. So I am just pumped to get across the line and put away this P2 after 3 days of banging my head against the wall trying to tune this Lambo. Managed to get her done, get the second place. Super excited about that. I'm clapping, I'm rolling in the confetti, feeling good about the race. My crew behind me cheering me on. Yeah, go Grady, that's what I'm talking about. 284 points. I think that's my highest total ever. So super pumped. Get that, bring it home. Should put me in a good spot there for Lamborghini. Hope you enjoyed the race. Hope you enjoyed the action. If you did, hit like and or subscribe. Come back and check out some more. For myself, go Grady. Y'all have a great evening. DJ Clean, take us out of here.